So solve the following equations. Solve. So notice this question here, number 37 says simplified and then evaluate, or expand and simplify, because these ones don't have an equal sign. So you can't solve for x. These one, there is an equal sign. So that means you are able to solve for x. At the end, it should say x equal. Okay, so we want x all by itself on one side, so we have to move that negative 17 over. So we get 3x equals 13 plus 17. So then we get 3x equals 30. Last step is to divide. So every time, remember, you're doing the opposite. So x equals 10. How do I check my answer again? Yeah, Jasmine. Right, so 3 times 10 is 30. 30 minus 17 does give me 13. So I know I got it correct. Good job. Okay, right here, again, I want x all by itself. This expression right here is in the numerator. All right, back to this. So in the numerator, because there's an expression, in other words, it's kind of like there's a bracket around it. So since there's a bracket, we know to move the 4 first. I'm dividing on the left side, so when I move it, I times it. So I get 2x plus 5 equals 2 times 4, which gives me 8. Okay, so 2x plus 5 equals 8. Now move the 5 over by subtracting. So 2x equals 3. So x equals 3 over 2. Okay? When you check, you don't have to leave it as 3 over 2. What is 3 over 2 as a decimal? 1.5. So here, when you do your check, you can just do 2 times 1.5 plus 5 divided by 4, and you should get 2. Next one, distributive property. So you're distributing, and then the 5 you're distributing to that. So then you get 6p plus 3 equals 5p plus 5. And then when you move the letters to the left, numbers to the right, you get 6p minus 5p. And then you get 5 minus 3. So p is just simply 2. Right? Part D, you have a fraction equals another fraction. Even though there is 2 terms on the numerator, you still consider all this as one big term. So we did a similar question in the multiple choice, so you would cross multiply. So 4 times the whole numerator, and then equals 8 times the other numerator. Okay, and then now looking at this is exactly like question C. So 12x plus 8 equals 24x minus 16. Move the 24 to the left, move the 8 to the right, change the sign so you get negative 12x equals negative 24. So when you divide it, am I dividing by negative 12 or 12? Negative 12. Good, because when we do the dividing, we're already doing the opposite, which is the from multiply to divide. So we don't change the sign when we multiply or divide. So x equals 2. Okay. Distribute. Some people had question about this one in particular because of that minus sign. Okay, so 3 times 2x, 6x, 3 times negative 5, negative 15. This part, I'm not multiplying anything. I'm just copying it straight down. Okay, and then here, you're doing negative, you can think of it as negative 1. So negative 1 times 3x, so negative 3x. Negative 1 times 7, negative 7. So it becomes a subtraction question on the right side. Okay, group all the like terms. Okay, the x I don't need to move because it's already on the left side. So 6x and the minus x is already on the left. I'm only moving the negative 3x to the left. So this becomes the plus. So 6x minus x, 5, plus 3, 8. So 8x equals, move this to the right side, the negative 15 to the right. Okay, so 4 minus 7, negative 3 plus 15, 12. So x equals 12 over 8. Full marks. Okay, what does it reduce down to? 3 over 2. Good. Okay, because both are reduced. Let's say you get a really big number, you don't see the lowest common denominator, lowest common multiple. You can also do, because both are even numbers, you can just keep dividing by 2, dividing by 2, dividing by 2 until you get to the lowest. Okay, show your algebraic solution to both questions. Make sure you clearly communicate your final answer. So this is what I said to my grade 10 class yesterday too. Notice how many marks this question is? This is worth 6 marks. So some people in the past, they see, oh, too many words, I'm going to just skip the whole question. But then when you do that, you lose, you just lose 6 marks all there because you didn't write anything for that question. So what you want to do is try something, at least draw the diagram. Drawing the diagram can get you some marks. Whatever math that you write, even if it's wrong, can get you some marks. Right? Did I make a mistake somewhere? Margaret?
Oh, no, for x equals 3 and 2 points, we turn into a mixed fraction.
Oh, good question. For, let me think. For the exam, I do think we did say to change it to a mixed number. So this would be 1 and 1 over 2. It will say on the question itself. Farhan? Not decimal though. So either improper fraction or a mixed number. I believe from my if I recall correctly, I think all fractions, like if it was just a normal fraction, you leave it in fraction. If it is improper fraction, you do have to change it to a mixed number. All right, but no decimal. Only the volume surface area question can have decimal. All right. The length of a rectangle. Okay, so let's draw that rectangle first. The length of a rectangle is 3 centimeters more than double the width. Okay, so I'm going to call this width. Okay, so if it's 3 centimeters more than double the width, what's my expression for the length then? 2x plus 3. That's right. But I just used w instead of x. Same thing. Right? And then the perimeter is 96. So when I write my expression, it's gonna be w plus 2w plus 3 plus 2w plus 3. Okay, you can use the 2 times w and then 2 times w, 2w plus 3. I just think that way it's more prone to silly mistakes. So I'd rather we just write it out. Write out the 4 sides. Okay. But notice we had P and W, 2 unknowns. So we actually know what P is. P is 96. So we replace that. Now my equation only has 1 unknown. I can solve it. So 96 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6w plus 6. Right, move it over to the other side with the 6. So 90 equals 6w. So when you divide it, w equals 15. Full marks? Full marks? Okay, Brian, why not? I didn't answer the question. What was the question asking me? Yeah. All right. The length and the width. I have to say what it is. So, Brian, what is it? Yeah. So length is 33, and width is 15. Full marks now? Centimeters. Brian. Notice why I asked you? Okay. So make sure you remember for the exam. Units. Okay. I know some of you, like, even though I've been taking half a mark off for the whole semester, some of you still make me take half a mark off every test because of no units. Okay. So that's A. Part B, in a triangle. This one is tougher. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay. So let's say my triangle. I just drew it like this so that you don't think it's an equilateral. You don't think that it's isosceles. Okay. The measure of the middle angle is double the measure of the smallest angle. So the second part of your sentence, that tells you what your unknown is. Okay, so my smallest angle, I'm going to call it x. The middle angle is double that, so I have 2x. And then the third angle is 15 less than the measure of the biggest angle. So what would your expression be for the third angle? Yenzi.
2x plus 15.
Right. Okay, so this is a tricky question because you're thinking 15 less, you're thinking minus 15, but you need the measure of the biggest angle, so then that's why it's 2x plus 15. Okay, and so what's the connection between these three? What's the connection between them? Perfect. They add up to 180. Okay, I have to have an equation, otherwise I cannot solve for x. So 2, 4, 5, 5x plus 15. Move it over to the other side. So 5x equals 165. So when you divide it, you get 40. Is it 45? 35. Thank you. 35. 33. I was way off. Yeah.
Why is it 2x plus 15 minus 2x?
Because they're referring to the middle angle. It's and this angle is 15 degrees less than this one, so they have to match. Okay. Okay, and then again, I didn't answer the question because I just solved for this one. I never solved for all the angles. Okay, so this is 33. That means this is 66, and this would be 66 plus 15, so 781. Okay. So this is a hard question. Right? Out of the two, A is much easier. Okay. Okay, so onto the linear relation, the graphing stuff. After each scenario, identify each sampling scenario as either, all right, giving a survey to the tallest student in class. Okay, which one is it? When you just choose that one person that is the tallest. Non-random. Yeah. Right. Giving a survey to the 10 students whose name were drawn from a hat. Yep. Simple random. Okay. Giving a survey to 10% of the girls and 10% of the boys. B or C? C, stratified. Yeah. So remember, stratified is when you just like separate it and then thing, and then choose your sample. So you separated boys and the girls. Okay. And then lastly, giving a survey to the every fourth person. Hey, Ivan, what do you think? Well, there is only one letter left. That's why you should pay attention. B, S. Right? The fact that it says every fourth tells you it's systematic. It should be like the easiest question on the exam. Right? Based on the following table of value, is this a direct or partial? Partial because, right, your initial value is 0, 3. So the 3 tells you it's partial. It's not 0, 0. Fill in the missing information in here. So since it's linear, I know that it goes by the same amount every time. So 4, 4, 4. So that means this would be 19. Okay. If you keep going with the pattern, keep adding 4, adding 4, adding 4, what would this one be? Until you get to 31. 7. Good. Okay. What is the constant variation? In other words, what is the slope? What is the rate of change? 4. Yeah. Okay. Technically, you have to do 4 divided by 1. Okay. So then that's why it's also 4. If this was going by 2s, like 0, 2, 4, 6, like that, then it would be 4 over 2. Okay, initial value, your B value is just right here, this row, so it's 3. And so the equation in y equals mx plus 3 form is simply 4x plus 3. Right. Other than asking about the partial part, will you be given something like this? Possible. Okay, so given a table, how do you come up with the equation? There you go. Okay. Find the slope of each line. Okay. First off, positive or negative slope? Negative, right? So for my slope here, I better see m equals negative something. Okay, so right off the bat, I know it's negative. And then right off the bat, I know this is a positive slope. Right? So going from point A to point B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 over 2. So I went down 6, and my run is 2. Simplify it, so negative 3. Same thing here, going from point C to point D, 1, 2, 3, 4. My rise is 4. And my run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll reduce it, so I get 2 over 3. Right, so whenever you see, when you're given a graph, remember you want to do rise over run. Okay. Number 44. Use the graph to the right to answer the following question. What is the y-intercept? The y-intercept, this point right here, which is at negative 2. So b equals negative 2. What is the slope? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So slope is rise over run. So 3 over 2. Okay. If I don't give you these 2 points, what do you do? If I don't make these nice big points here, what would you have to do on the exam? Yep. Yeah, find it yourself. So choose any 2 points on the line, nice looking points, and then do the rise over run. Okay, and then so write it in y equals mx plus b form. Y equals 3 over 2x minus 2. Okay, I shouldn't see plus minus 2 on the exam. Okay, last couple of questions. Now you are graphing it yourself. So m is 1 over 2, b is -4. So I'm going to plot my y-intercept first. Remember, always this first. Oops, I wrote this first. Okay, so -4 right here. Okay, from this point, what am I going to do? Yeah, yeah, up 1, 2 to the right. Alright, my line looks really small, so let's do it again. Up 1, 2 to the right. Oh, still looks small. Let's do it again. Alright, I can even do it the opposite way. Because I know my direction of my line goes this way, I can go down 1 and 2 to the left as well. Okay. Am I just drawing a line through it? Okay. So there's my line. Done? Why not? Margaret? It's an inequality. So inequality, should I shade it above or below? Above, because it's greater. So that means I shade it above it. Okay. Next, same idea. I have to figure out what m is and what b is. So b is 2, m is -3. So on my y-axis, I'm going to plot my b, which is at 2. That gives me 1 point. And then my slope is -3. So what does that mean if my slope is -3? Angelina, since I see your phone. Down how many? 1, 2, 3, and then over 1. Yes, don't forget the over 1 part. There's always a rise and a run. Okay. So rise over run, rise over run. Okay, it looks something like this. So I'm gonna do a. Okay. So I do this. Farhan, what do you think? Is this correct? No, why not? Huh? Dotted line, excellent, because it's not equal to. Okay, see the difference between these two? So this should be a dotted line. Okay, like this. Now is it good? Shading, right. So do I shade above or below? Below. So I know this is a little hard to see which side is above, which side is below. But if you think of it as if you continue your line, you can see that this side is the below. All right. You can even think of it more dramatic. Okay, you know the negative slope. So if you do this, then you see that you're shading this way. Okay. Good. Okay, and then the last two, y equals 4. What's my m? What's my b? Emmy?
Oh, M is
Yeah, 0x. And b is? Yeah. So whenever m is 0, what type of line are we talking about?
it is a horizontal.
Horizontal. That's right. Okay, so y-intercept at 4, and then it's just a horizontal line at 4. So there you go. Okay. So then, so yeah, what do you think this one would be then? Vertical. That's right. Right. And what is the slope of a vertical line, Jasmine?
Oh, slope is negative.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Vertical lines have a slope of.
Oh, right. Vertical line has
Yeah. Yes. Good to know now. All right. And what is my y-intercept? Hey, tricky question. Max, what's my y-intercept here? X equals -3. Any idea, Max? No? Okay. Betsy, what do you think? It's a vertical line that goes through this point. So what's my y-intercept? Well, 0 would mean right here. That's not my y-intercept. Yeah? Nope, 0 is right here. Nope. That's not -3 is my x-intercept. Sophia?
No.
Yeah, there's none. So see, it doesn't cross your y-axis. So there's none. Okay. Okay, so that was the homework. If you did it, that's great. It went over how to graph a line, how to get an equation from a line, how to write an equation from a table. So you know that you're gonna get these type of questions on the exam. Okay. So next set. Do you guys have accommodating tomorrow? No, it's me. So you don't have accommodating, right? Yeah. So tomorrow we have the longer class. So tonight's homework. Let's do